Hello and welcome to the Discourse. Today we are going to revise the literature of Anglo Saxon period. The process of revision is simple. It is a series of multiple choice questions. We will ask a question based on Anglo Saxon period. You will have 10 seconds to respond, after which I will offer you the correct answer. This revision series is intended to help students who are preparing for NET, JRF, pre-Ph.D entrance test in various universities and other competitive exams. This is a series of multiple choice questions based on the literature of Anglo-Saxon period. The first question is, which is the earliest poem in English literature? Option A is Widsith, option B is Deer, option C is Beowulf, and option D is The Seafarer. The correct answer is C. The earliest poem in English literature is Beowulf. Question number 2 is, which is the oldest Anglo-Saxon biblical poem? Option A is Daniel, option B is Genesis, option C is Exodus, and option D is Christ. The correct answer is C. Exodus is the oldest Anglo-Saxon biblical poem. Question number 3 is, Beowulf is an epic, a collection of ballads, a romance, or a history of Anglo-Saxon period. The correct choice is A. Beowulf is an epic. The fourth question is, Beowulf was composed in Northumbria by a Christian poet working on pagan material in option A is early 6th century, option B is end of the 4th century, option C is end of the 7th century, and option D is beginning of the 3rd century. The correct choice is C. Beowulf was composed in end of the 7th century. The fifth question is, who is the author of Beowulf? Option A is Caedmon, option B is Cynewulf, option C is John Gower, and option D is none of these. The correct choice is D. None of these, Caedmon, Cynewulf, or John Gower, wrote Beowulf. The sixth question is, Beowulf consists of dash successive narratives. Option A is 2, B is 3, C is 4, and D is 5. The correct choice is B. Beowulf consists of 3 successive narratives. Question number 7 is, which poem depicts most vividly the tribal life and rites of ancient days? Option A is Beowulf, B is The Seafarer, C is Widsith, and D is none of these. The correct answer is A. Beowulf depicts most vividly the tribal life and rites of ancient days. The oldest epic in German literature is A is The Wanderer, B is The Seafarer, C is Beowulf, and D is The Wife's Complaint. The correct answer is C. Beowulf is the oldest epic in German literature. Question 9 is, the line came on the dark night gliding, the shadowy prowler has been taken from Widsith, Beowulf, Morte d'Arthur, or none of these. The correct choice is B. The line came on the dark night gliding, the shadowy prowler. It has been taken from Beowulf. Question 10 is, the character of Huerenda appears in A is Beowulf, B is the Wanderer, C is Deer, and D is the Seafarer. The correct answer is C. Deer. The character Huerenda appears in the poem Deer. 11th question is, who is called the father of English learning? A is Bede, B is Caedmon, C is Cynewulf, and D is Alfred. The correct answer is A. Bede is known as the father of English learning. Bede, the famous Christian writer of the Anglo Saxon period, wrote mostly in which language? Option A is Latin, option B is English, option C is French, and option D is German. The correct answer is A. Bede mostly wrote in Latin. Bede, the great English ecclesiastical historian and scholar, lived from 673 to 735 AD, 683 to 745 AD, 678 to 749 AD, and D 688 to 750 AD. The correct answer is A. Bede lived from 673 to 735 AD. The 14th question is, ecclesiastical history of the English people was written by A. Bede, B. Mallory, C. Langland, and D. None of these. The correct answer is A. Bede wrote ecclesiastical history of the English people. Bede wrote his ecclesiastical history in A is French, B is Latin, C is Greek, and D is English. Obviously, the correct answer is B. Bede wrote in Latin language. 16th question is, Caedmon is a writer of 5th century, 6th century, 7th century, or 8th century. The correct answer is C. Caedmon is a writer of 7th century. Who is known as the Anglo Saxon Milton? A. Bede, B. Cynewulf, C. Caedmon, and D. None. The answer is C. Caedmon is known as the Anglo Saxon Milton. 18th question is, the poem The Fates of the Apostles has been written by A. Cynewulf, B. Caedmon, C. Bede, and D. Gower. The correct choice is A. Cynewulf wrote The Fates of the Apostles. 19th question is, Caedmon and Cynewulf were two poets. They were, option A is Chaucer's contemporaries, option B is Chaucer's predecessors, and option C is Chaucer's successors. Option D is not definitely known. The correct answer is B. Caedmon and Cynewulf were two poets who were the predecessors of Chaucer's. So the correct choice is B. Chaucer's predecessors. Question 20 is, one of the following poem was not written by Caedmon. It was A. The Christ, B. The Judith, C. Dream of the Rood, and D. Beowulf. The correct choice is A. Caedmon didn't wrote The Christ. Question number 21 is, the poem The Christ was written by A. Chaucer, B. Langland, C. Cynewulf, and D. Gower. The correct answer is C. Cynewulf wrote The Christ. Question number 22 is, besides being a poet, Alfred is a great novelist, playwright, essayist, or translator. The correct answer is D. Alfred is a great translator along with being a great poet. Question number 23 is, Alfred, King of Wessex, died in A. 900 AD, B. 901 AD, C. 902 AD, and D. 903 AD. The correct answer is B. Alfred, the King of Wessex, died in 901 AD. Question number 24 is, the last known poem of the Anglo Saxon period, the Battle of Maldon, was written in option A is 990 AD, B is 991 AD, C is 992 AD, and D is 993 AD. The correct choice is B. The Battle of Maldon, which is the last known poem of Anglo-Saxon period, it was written in 991 AD. Question number 25 is, the Battle of Maldon shows a revival of the heroic spirit. The poem is attributed to A. Marlowe, B. Boethius, C. Cynewulf, and D. Anonymous. The correct choice is D. The Battle of Maldon is attributed to Anonymous. Its writer is not known. Question number 26 is, Alexander Neckham wrote a treatise on science in option A is Latin, option B is French, option C is English, and option D is Spanish. The correct choice is A. Alexander Neckham wrote treatise on science in Latin language. Question number 27 is, the Ruined Burg. It is a fine elegy, ode, lyric, or ballad. The correct choice is A. The Ruined Burg is an elegy. Question number 28 is, Aldhelm, Bede, and Alcuin are renowned names in Latin literature, French literature, Greek literature, and option D is English literature. The correct choice is A. Aldhelm, Bede and Alcuin, all of the three wrote in Latin. So they are known or they are renowned names in Latin literature. Question number 29 is Praise of Virginity has been written by Bede, Aldhelm, Alcuin or none of these. The correct choice is B. Aldhelm is known as the writer of Praise of Virginity. Question number 30 is which of the following poems was not written by Cynewulf? Option A is Christ, option B is Juliana, option C is the Fates of the Apostles and option D is Beowulf. The correct choice is D. Cynewulf didn't write Beowulf. Which is the oldest surviving English poem in the form of a dream? Option A is Aline, option B is Andreas, option C is the Dream of the Rood and option D is Satan. The correct choice is C. The Dream of the Rood is the oldest surviving English poem in the form of a dream. It is a dream vision. Question number 32 is one of the following poems deals with contemporary history. Option A is the Rune, option B is the Wife's Lament, option C is the Battle of Brunanburh and option D is the Husband's Message. The correct choice is C. The Battle of Brunanburh is the poem which deals with contemporary history. Question number 33 is the translation of the Cura Pastoralis was done by option A is Alfred, option B is Bede, option C is Mallory and option D is none of the above. The correct choice is A. Alfred, the great translator, is known for translating the Cura Pastoralis. Question number 34 is Alfred's translation of Boethius' De Consolation Philosophiae is a work of literature, history, science, or philosophy. The correct choice is D. Alfred's translation of Boethius' De Consolation Philosophiae is a work of philosophy. So this is it for today. The aforementioned series of multiple choice questions covers almost all of the important features of the Anglo-Saxon era. Please revise it from time to time as it will help students in their preparation for NET, JRF, pre-Ph.D. entrance tests in various universities and other competitive exams.